We are live now.
Prapti, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible now.
Okay. But still, I see waiting for broadcast to start or something like that. This is what I see. It is asking more
Yes.
me. Okay.
Uh, so,
This is
so
good
we can,
now. That's great.
yeah, we can see you now. Yes.
I'm not sure how it would. Hmm. Okay,
So,
great.
can we begin?
Maybe, yes, sure.
Okay. So, good morning and a very warm welcome to everyone present here and watching us live. Atharva Institute of Management Studies and Atharva School of Business invites you to the next episode of IT Talks. So I welcome you all to the season 2, episode 33 of our very own IT Talks powered by IQAC. My name is Prapti Rathod, a MMS student from Atharva Institute of Management Studies, and I'm going to be your host for today along with Shreyash Rashinkar. It gives me great gratification to introduce the guest speaker for today, Mr. Amar Patil sir. He has over 10 years of rich and diverse experience in product management, development implementation, and support of software applications for ERP cloud, software architecture, analysis design, development, and execution. He has over 7 plus years of experience in leading product development projects and quality maintenance in agile mode. His key roles involved end to end go lives of multiple by design customers, some of which include Hilti, Lloyds, Register, and to name a few more. He has a deep understanding of Scrum and agile software development and methodologies. His techno-functional skills involve SAP S/4 Retail Cloud, SAP Business by Design Logistics area, expertise in country localization and legalization, RAP, SAP, ABAP, and SAP OOABAP. He is an expertise in retail, sales to invoice and procure to pay scenarios, inbound and outbound logistics scenarios, taxation, authorization and security concepts, and SAP by D-Business, MDRS objects, BOPF framework, adopt forms, reports. He is certified ISTQB certified tester foundation level. His certificate number is 00538587. Project Management, Scrum, and Agile certification from LinkedIn. So I welcome you and request you to share your thoughts with us. So today's topic for discussion is understanding quantum computing for business perspective. Sir, over to you.
Great. Thank you for a warm introduction, Prapti. Yeah. So I switched off my video a bit just to have a good network. So in between, I'll switch on and again. Yeah. So that's what we can actually play around. Yeah, and our topic, anyways, you have said about it, impact of a quantum computing on a business scenarios. Actually, we could start the discussion around it, how it would actually revolutionize the coming industry, what its capabilities, how it is going to impact the entire cycle, how the business run, how the business function, how the business execute. So these all aspects actually, we will cover. We have Shreyash also on the call, and together with him, actually, we presented a business research paper within our organization. We are lucky to have that topic actually, which is going to be the future of a human race, and we see greater opportunities over there. Also, learning aspects. So let's talk about a quantum computing. What exactly it is? First, we suppose everyone here definitely knows the scenarios around the computers, supercomputers, or machines which are capable of doing millions of calculations. All these aspects, but we definitely know that there are some limitations wherein we are lacking with the supercomputers as well with the present scenarios, wherein we are not able to do a trillions calculations or a probability calculations, all these aspects. Definitely yes, but with the quantum computing, what we can achieve is what I believe. Yeah, so that's my start statement. How different it is. Let's talk about how different it is. For that, first we need to understand a normal supercomputers. Supercomputers will definitely have its own processors. Yeah, so its own processors which are built of transistors, you can say, based on a VLSI technology. We have a nanotechnology presently, which is in form, and yeah, you all are aware, well aware, that we have a processors of like i7, 12 generation, 13 generation, 10 generation, all these aspects, i3, i5, i7, these all are type of a processors what Intel manufactures. Yeah, nothing to actually broadcaster companies, just an example I took. Coming to the point here, what we want to I want to say is it can process either 0 or 1. It can process either 0 or 1. So anytime any processor gives you an output, typical computer, you can say computer or supercomputer, all are in a similar manners actually. Yeah, so it will have a probability, either answer has to be 0 or 1. Yeah, so in this case, the uncertainty principle cannot be applied. Yeah, to apply the uncertainty principle to win the game, that's where we have a quantum computing mechanics. Yeah, quantum physics completely comes in a picture and plays a vital role here. Maybe Prapti will have a kind of a short discussion. Maybe it'll be good start, yeah, to understand exactly how this quantum computer works and why it has got an upper hand to the regular, I would say, supercomputers. Supercomputers are the strongest computers on the earth right now. Yeah, say an example, we both are playing a dice game, heads or tail, a coin flip. What would be, miss, like, say an example, I flipped a coin. What would be the chances? Do you have any idea?
Prapti, it seems that you are on mute.
Yeah, Prapti, you're on mute maybe. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So the probability will be, it will be either heads or
Okay.
tails.
It
Yeah.
the thing is, it has to be either heads or tails, if I'm not wrong. Correct? So your computer output, think ourselves as a
Yes.
computers now. Yeah, and we are calculating. And the output is either heads or tails, right? So 50% chance is what I can win here, or you can win here. You're getting my point? So here it is because whenever
Yes.
for a typical transistor, whenever there is actually voltage supplied, the output will be either 0 or 1 all the times. Yeah, but in a quantum computer, for that what you need to understand is a quantum physics. Each item acts as a data here. Each item acts as a data. Yeah, so that is the edge what we have got it. So whenever any of the atom will be enforced from an external energy or voltage supply or anything, it reaches to a state, excited state, what we call it as, and for a moment it stops at a metastatic state, that is an intermediate state. And then after that, after an emission of energy, the molecular energy will come back to its normal state. This is a basic transition. Okay, so here the point is, when it's at an atomic state, that is a metastatic state, so the probability having answer, it is not 0, not 1 completely. This is the edge what we have got it on the quantum computers. So how it will work, basically, it absorbs the energy, it will be there at a metastatic level, and it will release the energy, then it will come back. But the moment it is at a metastatic energy, yeah, metastatic level, so there it is neither 0 or neither 1. So this is a probability. So here, what is the chance? When you say it is 0, it contains a part of 1 also. When it is 1, it contains a part of 0 also. So always here computer wins. Always here computer wins. So we don't have an edge on this one. We don't have an edge on this one. This is basic concept actually. Yeah. So this is how the entire actually probabilistic thing is working around. Only problem with the quantum computers is about the temperature at what it's supposed to be operated. It is absolute 0. It's absolute 0 presently. We cannot get complete hands right now, but technology is evolving. In a sooner days, actually we can actually get it done. So how it can overcome the supercomputers is also what I want to touch upon now. Yeah, so we understood what is quantum computing now, how it really works, what it is at a core level, and now we will see exactly how it would behave or overcome the things compared to a supercomputer, which are super duper in a present world, which runs the universe right now. Okay, So we say trillions of transistors in a processors right now, which are doing a calculation for us through a VLSI technology manufactured ones. Actually, that's absolute thing. It contains the transistors, I would say. Yeah. In case of the quantum computers, each atom acts like its own processor. So there, each of the atoms, we call it as a qubit. So it can carry information, each atom. Yeah. So the entire quantum computing is relying on just very few molecules. We call them as a qubits. Just a small molecules as a qubits. So imagine having one, tip of a point, a pin, okay, can contain trillions of molecules, atoms there. So imagine that much, it can carry a data. It can act as a processor. So this is what is carrying edge over the supercomputers. I would say I'll give you a rough estimate. Like Google has built its own ion quantum computer, and also IBM has built its own quantum computer right now, which can calculate up to 16 qubits, if I'm not wrong. This is what is going on. So 70 qubits processor of quantum computer can calculate almost 100 million times faster than the typical supercomputer, I would say. So that is the capabilities of a quantum computer. That is the capabilities of a quantum computer. So whatever supercomputers today are taking days to calculate a problem statement, quantum computers can actually do it in a fraction of a second. Just a fraction of a second. So this is the edge over the supercomputers. With this, definitely we are going to have a technology shift. The way we do business, the way we live, the healthcare, what is provided presently also will change according to this one. And also the military applications or security systems, everything with this quantum computers will change. Right now, there are many open source technologies which Google, Microsoft, IBM all are providing for us to try with a minimum qubits, 2 qubits, 6 qubits, 4 qubits, like this. Yeah. So it is evolving technology, but for sure, once it is implemented, it will have an edge over the human race now. So the point I wanted to mention, another one, last one, and then I'll hand it over to you. So the thing is here, temperature is a barrier right now. What is causing it not to have it on the market right now is a temperature. You have to maintain certain temperature. As I mentioned earlier also, this calculation has to happen at an absolute 0 degree Celsius. That's a problem. A small vibration, a small movement of a particle, a small variation in the temperature, it cannot tolerate. That's a present problem. That is what the scientists are actually discovering. How do we encapsulate this particular thing into another scenario wherein it can work as per its requirement? Yeah. And accuracy wise, if I have to talk, how many, any guesses actually, Shreyas or Sputi here? Any guesses how many errors it can have? What is the percentage rate of errors in calculation? What are presently supercomputers, quantum computers what we have? Any vague numbers?
According to me, it is vague numbers if you want. I
Yeah,
wanted to give you the actual stats only.
absolutely fine.
Actually,
Absolutely fine.
it is around 15 to 20% which supercomputers are facing errors, and on to be a vague side.
Okay. Okay. How about a
But
quantum
if
computing?
we
Any idea you have?
around 1 to 1.5%.
Not really. You will be surprised to hearing the number actually. Error ratio is basically 2 raised to 17 is to 1. Yeah, 2 raised to 17 calculation. Out of that, only one can fail. That's accuracy. That's accuracy. Yeah. So imagine the quantum computer capabilities. Imagine the quantum computer capabilities, how fast it can be, how error free it can be, how it can overcome, how it can predict. Here the answer is always win state for the computer. Win state for the computer, because it contains all the possibilities and probabilities simultaneously, not leaving anything behind. Yeah. So this will continue till end, and you will have the absolute answers, and it will give you all that calculation in a very fraction of seconds. You imagine now the technology, what is going to change in a coming era, maybe 5 years, 10 years, we never know. Over to you guys now. Yeah, at least I gave a brief about a quantum computing, and you guys are aware exactly capabilities of it. Now maybe we can move to its business aspects or its applications or its um, adverse effects or its impact on the complete universe. Yeah, over to you.
So, Amar, Amar, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Please tell me.
Yeah. I just wanted to confirm with you that
Hmm.
we had a research paper regarding quantum computing with respect to war part.
Yes, exactly.
So, you can. So, can we guide over in this forum that why we not just chose quantum computing as a topic? We went to
Hmm.
war and then we came
Hmm.
back again with trade.
Hmm.
So, can
Yeah,
we have a short summary for that part as well? Why we
definitely,
had a discussion with
definitely.
that?
Yes. So how many? It's like both of you are there here, and definitely yes. So you have seen a Ukraine-Russia war which is happening right now? Am I right? And if you see,
Yes.
the inflation rate in Germany has rose like anything, rose like anything. It is energy crisis, energy bills or energy sector has got impacted. Am I right? It's a small, I would say, compared to a quantum war, it's a small war what we have right now, which is happening. Yeah. So imagine the impact right now. Russia has stopped the supply of a CNG or LPG or any natural gases to European countries, and you see how the impact because of a trade. Yeah. So they have stopped it, and it is not at all good for Germany. They have an energy crisis, serious energy crisis. The winter is ahead. You see the impact on a human lives, and that's the main reason actually we chose this topic. And we have a live example in front of us what Germany is going through right now. Yeah. So this is a small one example compared to quantum warfare in front of us. Yeah, I would say small because we are comparing it with a quantum warfare. Imagine taking down the entire system, bringing down the entire cryptic technology, making sure that your weapons are on a target. You don't need a humans over there. Every technology, whatever we use, if it has been made through a quantum, Putin can sit in definitely it's his own place there and click on the buttons and do certain things. So accuracy level of doing a war sitting at your residency, it is absolute zero errorness. Yeah, zero error. So that's the reason we took this example, and you see what is the impact. This is a smaller scale, I would say. Yeah. And through quantum computing, if we are actually having a war, then imagine what would be the shape of entire universe. You can imagine that. Yeah, that's the reason we took it. We saw international trade aspects, how it would impact the business lives, what will be the impact on the food, what will be the impact of a daily needs, what will be the impact on the country economy, how much they have to spend, what they have to do. And edges, like if you have to build a quantum security system, yeah, it has to have its own quantum capabilities again. It cannot be just built on a normal supercomputers to battle with the quantum computers against you. uh, Definitely, one second or 2 seconds, your supercomputers will fail in front of quantum computers. That's the reason we took this one. Yeah. So we had covered security aspects. We supposed to what we supposed to develop, that also we covered in our business research paper, wherein it explains to have a say an example. If we have to if we have to decrypt or encrypt a data basically. Yeah. So you really need a quantum computer based technology also for your security purposes. That also we emphasized in our actually business research paper. Yeah. Yes, Shreyas.
So, uh, Prapti, over here, it was the discussion in that way. We had a research paper on quantum computing and everything. Nowadays, we see that WhatsApp is there, Facebook is there, and Google Chrome. Every URLs are all secure. They show us lock icon over there, SSL certification, and everything. But do you really think they are that much secure? Because in 2020, when I don't want to go on a harsh mode or violence mode, when Sushant Singh Rajput committed suicide, everyone said that it was a murder, chats were shared. But before 2020 only, before we came into COVID pandemic, everything was locked down and all everything. Before that, WhatsApp was encrypted. But then to why chats were shared? If someone have had that due to IP spoofing or the masquerading of data denial service was there, so due to which data was getting hacked. But since quantum computing is 2 raised to 17 percent accurate, how many permutation combination a person will apply? If we see a combination of password should be as ABC123 $, but if it is a 2 raised to 17, how many combinations? He can't try much more combinations. So in that way, it is used to get more secure. Then we went on for e-commerce part, means whether Amazon, Flipkart is there, whether they will also get impacted or no. So Amar, for that part, e-commerce part, should I cover it or you will cover it?
I'll touch upon, no problem actually. See, how the typical business would work. You guys know, yeah. We have a seller, we have a buyer, yeah. So we have basically transport system, shipping systems, all these things in place in present scenarios, yeah. So this all is technology oriented. We have a computers, we have parts, we have decision making capabilities, what we call it as a business analytics, yeah. So these all things we do have, yeah. So imagine, say an example, I would say you need to really decide on what to procure. I would say a small example. Yeah. Flipkart has no shops. Anyways, we know that they have just a warehouses, but I'll take a business scenario wherein you are manufacturing, you are supplying it to, basically your, buyer, I would say, through some vendor or anything, Flipkart, Walmart, Amazon, all these are like, global players. Alibaba is the biggest one actually. We never mention, yeah, but we supposed to. Alibaba is the biggest supplier chain. Yeah. So all these things, how do they do it? How do they really actually, calculate what is the demand in the market? What I supposed to manufacture? So these all are basically, human intervented business analytical decisions. Right now what we have, I would call it as, you get a statistics, you see the statistics, based on that you make a decisions whether I supposed to place an order for that, I supposed to place another aspect of one moment, sorry for the disturbance. I'm audible? Okay, great. I'll just,
Yes, you are audible.
sorry, yeah. So how the decisions are made is totally based on the business analytics now what we have. So consumption probability again is a problem. Consumption probability is again a problem. You will end up 30% of your goods getting wasted presently, yeah. Goods or food or whatever it is, in a quality aspects, manufacturing aspects, shipping aspects, consumption aspects, until it reaches a customer, you have probability of, failing everywhere, and having a good chance of getting the product or the object getting damaged, yeah. And it is because you may be produce in a over excess manner, or you may produce in a lower excess manner or something like that. So it all depends. How quantum computer can help you here? Quantum computer can do a better decisions compared to, other supercomputers, I would say, or any typical cloud computers what we have. It can have a whatever I mentioned, the error number 10 2 raised to 17 is to 1 is very less, and it can tell you what to manufacture, when to supply, how to supply, yeah, and how to reach customers, so that we will reduce this entire business impact. So this can improve this complete supply chain module, from the producer to a middleware person, to the, seller, to the buyer. So this entire scenario it can influence. And after that, anyways, with the quantum computers also, you can see with the quality aspects what you have in your system, definitely yes, you can actually see how viable the product is, yeah. So we have one aspect in our management studies, we generally go and see, right? We have one topic called as marketing research. We always do. What we do there, we basically see, and whether our product can survive in a market or not. These kind of aspects actually we see. So imagine having a quantum computer implemented to do make that decision and produce in front of a humans. The error percentage is almost zero, yeah, almost zero. This is something which I want to mention, yeah. So you see the impact of the entire chain here. Yeah, Shreyash, I touched upon a bit on that.
Yeah. So adding to that point as well, so we had
Hmm.
one of the questionnaire which we submitted in the risk paper when it was for only for Atharva students was there in the
Hmm.
month of April. We had one of the questionnaire from Jyoti Mali ma'am only. Amar, she had a
Yeah.
question, and one of the external judges asked us that
Hmm.
why it is different from a normal trade, why quantum trade is something different. So I will touch upon that part. So
Sure,
we
absolutely.
give an answer that because if we go for a normal trade like Amazon or Flipkart, we order it, we get it. But since quantum trade is something new and it is only being currently being tested out at IBM. So if anyone on the forum wants to learn about much more about quantum computing, we told her that it is an IBM guide, and we too had a journal. And why we had a journal for it, and we decided that quantum trade, since it is operated at 0 degrees Celsius, so if we see, it will not get operated in much parts of India. It will only get operated in Kashmir, Jammu, and northern parts of India. It can't come to southern parts of India because the temperature is not never going to go at 0 degrees Celsius. So we can try it out there, but the radiations which are impacting that are much more being tested out in Finland, Sweden, Germany, and Switzerland. They are getting tested out over there. So we gave it answer over there for that part.
Okay.
And one more question
I'll
was there.
just want to, sorry, Shreyas, I just want to actually touch upon that as well. See, keeping these temperatures,
Yeah.
definitely we use a closed shell with a nitrogen gas filled, minus 33 degrees Celsius, what is we operate, okay? Doesn't matter where we actually test it, but the point here is maintaining that particular energy, temperature level. And a second thing is whatever radiation emits out of each of the atom, okay? So what we call it as photo electrons, actually what it releases, consuming them, raising its temperature to 180 degrees Celsius in a present scenario. Yeah, in a present scenarios. So that's where the quantum scientists actually who are working on that, they're facing issues, but they're actually overcoming it. It is not basically the weather conditions where we can operate. So right now it is not suggested to use at a human usage because of its circumstances, that it has to be at its limits, and also as you mentioned rightly, yeah, hazardous things what
Yeah.
it emits basically. So all these aspects are, in a controlled shell they are actually trying. But yeah, at least it is able to calculate the things. That's what I would say. It is able to calculate, do calculations. And right now, so even IBM, you for that matter, IBM or a Facebook or Google, all are providing cloud-based calculative capabilities on the quantum computer presently. Yeah, so that is a target. Not having that, especially at a homes, to do some curtain movements or door closures at the moment, which can be done via normal computers also. But they're trying to evaluate the protein synthesis problems. Yeah, you must be aware of the protein synthesis problem, or a human genome problem, or you may say in a medical industry, the way we do CT, PET scans, we do MRIs, all these things, predictions out of it, building a neural images of a body. So how we see in the movies right now, a normal scanning can show a doctor the entire structure of a human body within a fraction of a second, and calculate and have a solution also for it. So that can be implemented in a almost near future, I would say 5 years or 10 years down the line. But yeah, human usage, it is not possible, as you rightly said, right now, because of the temperature variations in the many countries. But it is in a closed shell, independent of the environment. Yeah.
And the second thing is that which the places where they are kept, and on from top of that 10 to 20 kilometers, there are no humans also present over there due to the radiation effect. If something goes wrong, then this experiment can also go in the failure mode. So they have kept scientists also, they have given such that much protection about it that no one should get affected with it.
Mhm. Yeah, that is
Then
another
we had
aspect,
a
keeping the humans safe. The second aspect is, as I mentioned, a small vibration or a temperature variant can cause multiple distractions. Yeah, multiple distractions in the calculations. To make it error free always, yeah, it has to be in an environment wherein in the air also you don't have a single molecule present around it. Yeah, that's aspect. Yeah. Shreyas, can we touch upon the business aspects of military applications, all those usages, rather, because what will happen is
Yeah.
technology is something, yeah, it is complicated one. Yeah, even I couldn't get a
Yeah.
much time to understand it more. So scientists are also struggling,
Yeah.
but
We
application
too
wise, they have rolled it
hadn't.
out. Yeah,
Yeah. We too hadn't that time also. We
yeah,
just went for this basic part only for that part for this part. For military part, you can cover it out. For
okay.
research part, I will take it.
Sure, definitely.
Over to you.
No problem.
Military part.
So one of the aspect, sorry for the glitch. So one of the aspect, basically, I would say, I'll start with the data. Okay, I'll start with the data. We'll discuss about the data. Maybe I'll ask a couple of questions. Yeah, I'll ask a couple of questions, and maybe you guys can answer. Say an example. You have a Facebook page, both of you, where you have your
Yes.
data saved, like, at least a personal data where you save your name, photograph, a phone number, email ID, your gender, your location, yeah, where you work, at least all this data. Let's not just take a Facebook. If you have a Twitter account, if you have a LinkedIn account, if you have a Facebook account, if you use a WhatsApp, if you have a Gmail, maybe Orkut is out of our data now. They stopped it. Google Plus also, they use very less, but yeah. So you both live in a different locations, if I'm not wrong, right? In a Mumbai. Yeah. And Shreyas has got an Android phone right now, and he travels from his home to your house, I would say. Yeah, your house. So will the Google know that you moved to Shreyas's house or Shreyas moved to your house? Any answers for that?
Yes, it will
Prapti,
come to know.
maybe. Yeah, Google come to know.
Yeah.
So they are storing your data. They are recording your data. Yeah? So it is in their hands. They know everything. They know everything what you do. Similar way, they can get to know what um, government officials are also doing. You must be aware, Indian government banned all the Huawei brands, yeah, mobiles, basically, who are in a army personals or air force personals or navy personals, if I'm not wrong. You know the reason why? they they can actually track what a official is doing, where he is going, where he is coming from. Yeah. So having, despite this cryptic technology in place, so other countries can not track you down and what you are doing. Basically, when you go to ice cream parlor, if I get to know through your mobile location, I can assume that you went to buy ice cream, right? If an army personnel will travel to a France to buy, jet planes, yeah, whatever MiG, right? Like those are the ones what we bought. I don't know what is the name of we the aircraft.
MiG 21
Sorry,
and Rafale.
Rafale, yeah,
MiG
that's a
21.
Rafale
MiG
actually.
21.
Thank you
Yeah,
for that
Rafale.
actually, Shreyas.
Rafale.
Yeah, Rafale deal happened, and an army personnel or a chief officer goes to France and makes this deal. Yeah, definitely China will come to know that if that person holds this device, this person has traveled to France, and definitely they are going to buy the Rafale again. Yeah, so this kind of deals they can assume small things actually. So this is a present impact what we have. That's the reason uh, 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 government is actually banning all these things. Coming back and touching upon to these other aspects of quantum computer. So how it can help us here? Encryption. Yeah, so we all know IPv6, IPv7, IPv4, all are the technologies presently which can actually encode the data. I call it as encode, and it can decode again and get the results back. That's what it can do. But having the quantum possibilities where it can encrypt your data, imagine it cannot be read by any of the other officials. Yeah. So using a quantum capabilities, what you can do is you can encrypt your data. That's the first thing. Yeah. So though you have all the things displayed, they cannot track anything which is secret. You can keep things secret. They cannot decrypt using a supercomputers. What is encrypted using the quantum computers. Yeah. So that technology we need to build it. Okay, so this is on the way, you can say, but this is a first basic thing wherein your entire data in a military applications will be secured. Yeah, decrypting also requires a quantum computer. quantum computer encoded data cannot be decrypted using a normal computers, because it will take days, months, years. You never know. You never know. It all depends on the probabilistic statics. Yeah. So which supercomputer cannot do right now over the quantum computers. And imagine, we all know 64 bit or 32-bit softwares what we install, if I'm not wrong. That is a cubic capabilities, but 70 qubit is what a computers are trying to, they're trying to build. Imagine it's like, can calculate 100 million times faster and accurate, and all these aspects over the supercomputers is quite good one. Yeah. So we touched upon the data part. The entire military application data, entire government official data, entire countries users data, personal data, everything is safe now. Yeah. So this is one aspect using a quantum computer. Second aspect I'll touch upon, your consumption data. Say an example, you want to buy the oil from I would say Afghanistan. Maybe we import a lot of oil seeds, right, from them, like a sunflower oil seeds and all these aspects. Actually, we import from them, and a country get to know that there is actually huge demand, and we don't have surplus enough of storage at our place. Definitely, other country would demand the more money to buy that. Yeah, that is possibility thing. So wherein we can compromise our country's data with the money. This is what can happen. This is another problem, wherein your consumption data, country consumption data will be revealed to them, and based on that, statistically, if they calculate normally by a human person also, this will have a huge impact on a country trade, I would say. Yeah. So keeping all these things in a encrypted manner, that's another aspect. Yeah. So that can do quite a good thing over there also in international trade we talk about. Third thing, I'll come back to the border. So how many personals we have on our border securities? So any guess or any numbers if you can provide? In total, Indian Army has got how many number of personals working for a security purposes of nation? Any vague numbers and any random numbers if you know. In total, it is like 14 lakh people who are actually in the armed forces and all, and reserved forces entirely. If you calculate, we have somewhere around 26 lakh 26 lakh people who are ready to fight for a nation. Yeah, I would say ready to fight for a nation. The numbers vary. It might have been increased with the Agniveer or whatever recent changes what are happening in the armed structures. Yeah, that is also another possibility. Imagine if our calculative capabilities are so errorless, I can fit a technological box on our borders which can scan the things and have a gun at its place also, and imagine the person's face. It can scan at a time and identify that person is the infiltrating in our country, and I can shoot him right away there. A terrorist, I can say. Yeah. So we have a terrorist data, right? We have a terrorist data, and infusing this technology, we develop a robot, yeah, or a device which can actually cover a certain angle of our border place and have a gun also with it. And if we identify him, and we can shoot him directly right over there. So here we will not have any our national lives at risk. Yeah. So people at our places don't have to go to border places and calculate or do security jobs also. So it can replace, and we can have a better life, because the error percentage with the quantum computer capabilities are so high that this can happen. This can happen. It can actually identify the person who is infiltrating into another country and take a necessary actions immediately. We don't really have to much worry about border security forces. Only we have to make sure that technology is up to date, things are working fine at the border, and I would say, yeah, they all are actually up to date. That's all. They will work fine. This is another aspects, I would say.
So,
Nuclear.
adding to your example, Amar.
Yeah, please go ahead, Shreyash.
Yeah. So, Prapti, have you watched Uri movie? Uri.
Uri.
Which
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Uri. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
So in
there you
that,
saw, right?
the role of Paresh Rawal, the role
Yeah.
of Paresh Rawal first. The whatever call he used to make it
Okay.
out, he used to break that mobiles. The reason
Yeah.
behind being he was the defense minister, and whatever mobile which he was using it out, that was everything was getting traced to entire world, that what India is making attack to Pakistan. Actually, it was a confidential between Narendra Modi and Manohar Parrikar. At that time, defense minister was Manohar Parrikar. So it
That's
was the
true.
portrait in that way that it will break it out, so that if we break it out, none of the data will get leaked, because if display is gone, and what he used to do when he used to break it out, he used to give it to his secretary or something, and they used to wipe it out, that IMEI numbers as well, so that no one can come to know what exactly it is being tested. And whatever they took, one of the Akash was there, a filter copy guy is there, they took with him, and he had sent a drone, which was way back again tested in 2018, when US wanted to show that Mexico is lacking somewhere. But what movie showed that India has done first, but it was portrayed after, it was not portrayed in the movie real life of Fury. How it was portrayed it, that Indian Air Forces, which are our fighter planes, were there. Instead, what they did, they removed Indian flag, which is actually wrong. They added a Pakistani flag, and they came to know. Actually, this is a real story which I'm saying about. It's not a movie fictional.
Maybe so this
They
is
made a
another good
Pakistan.
example on the borders actually. So you see, so these all things can
Yeah,
be replaced with the technology. Yeah, so this all things can be
yeah,
replaced with the machines. Yeah, so imagine zero errors
and
and you
oh,
have a hell lot of a security. You don't have to really worry. So one example I would say, world is at a war. Maybe I don't know, but you guys are aware that right now we have a war going in between Ukraine and Russia, right? So recently, if you are aware,
that
many countries have supplied a nuclear nukes also to the Ukraine, so that make it kind of a balanced, you say. Anyways, Russia has got a nukes,
yeah,
yeah, and now the Ukraine also has got a nukes. Any one person drops one, you see, entire world will jump into it, and we will definitely have a nukes war. That is what is going to happen.
and
And yeah, and that's a
the
problem
same thing.
right now. The defense system. Yeah, Shreyas, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. So if you see Russia and Ukraine, which is going currently, it was way
Hmm.
back in 1945 when US dropped two nuclear bombs at Hiroshima and
Japan.
Nagasaki.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Till yeah, yeah. So on 18th of August it was dropped. So till date, if you see their generation, which came into the picture, means their generation to generation, still they are lacking somewhere in the body parts, or some, I mean, they are having some disease or something. So as per medical perspective, it is that much dangerous. So if a quantum comes into the picture, and if a bomb is coming, and Japan being there, it knows that a bomb is being implemented, going to get implemented. So this quantum can act as a cryptographic and cryptic technique. It will can shake it back, and it can damage USSL. So having a nuclear power and seeing that we are the superpower, that's wrong. But in the future years down the line, 5 to 10 years down the line, if a country says that I am strong with quantum warfare and everything, that country will be considered as a supercomputer. Am I right, Amar?
Yes, that's a great statement what you made, Shreyas. So with everything here, yeah, with the country security and warfare aspects, if I would say, countries with the nukes are treated as a superpowers right now. Yeah, so more number of nukes you have, more number of longest warheads you have. Yeah, well, no warhead carriers you have. Basically, like Agni 4, 5, what we have in our country, which can travel to 6,000 kilometers, 7,000 kilometers, we are presently treated as a superpowers. Yeah, so their capabilities are calculated based on these aspects. But definitely future is going to change. Yeah, future is going to change. The country which has got more technical capabilities using a quantum technology, or be it any other technology, will be treated as a superpowers in a coming days. That's a right statement. Yeah. So yeah, maybe
So
Prapti and Shreyas, so we talked a lot about quantum technology and warfares also, its impact on international business also, shortly. Yeah. Maybe we can shift to another aspect wherein it can improve the human life.
we
Yeah, improve the human life, or make much
Yeah.
more human life better. So those aspects also we can touch. Yeah, so that's a good part.
so
Any
so
questions
you
around
have
it
a
you guys are
robot.
getting your mind?
Prapti, over to you for that part. If you have any questions.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so one of the questions which I have is like, what are some real world
Mm-hmm.
cases that are which shows us that quantum computing has really helped. Like if I talk about machine learning, so with the use of quantum computing and machine learning, all the algorithms get easier because. So what are some more real world uses that where we can use quantum
Amar, if you want, I
computing?
can
Okay.
answer that part.
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. Give a best. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you see machine learning, you told about artificial intelligence and all everything. So you might have watched Robot and Robot 2.0. Oh, Robot first part,
Yeah.
where Aishwarya Rai, where she used to stay, she's experiencing being a female. I'm taking this example that she was experiencing a labor pain, and doctor said that she is going to die. And that robot was developed, and so much power and superficial powers were developed in that, and it was going to get charged with it was not getting charged with normal charger or something. He was getting some charges charging with wires and all. And so he conducted that delivery in a peaceful normal manner. And when it was going to be this is one of the example where it helped the healthcare doctors, which predicted that the patient either the patient will survive or the mother will survive, child, the fetus. But he made sure that none of them should die and make sure that everyone survives. So when in the end of the climax story, when they are showing that it is dismantled or something, that it will be coming in the near future when Chitti the robot is placed in the museum, that it will come in 2030, they show it out. So we are today in 2022 ending. We are approaching 23. So only 7 years down the line. But I would suggest that March or April 23, India will not be the country, but I would suggest some of the other country. I'll not say Pakistan or something, but Sri Lanka or something will have some base strong, because due to the coastal regions where the waves of the quantum fibers, who expected that geofiber will come into the picture? In 2016,
Yes.
geofiber came into the picture with the help of oceanic waves and everything. So quantum will also quantum requires 0 degree temperature. So slowly and slowly, our net plan, which is getting tariff rates, are getting increased nowadays with 3000 for 4G data, 4K, and all that things. So that will not come into the picture. Instead, the rates of the net will come down because everything will be that much smooth enough.
Yeah, great. So I'll also add
Okay, so a
a
follow up
very
question.
bit on that. I would actually broadly classify. Prapti, I'll just ask you some questions to Shreyash, you also. What do you
Yeah.
feel in a human life, means like, day-to-day life, what you should have, what problems you face? Any big examples, like critical ones? Yeah. No, don't tell me that really I cannot eat by my own hands, robot should do it. No, those kind of things. But how do you see your quality of life is improved? By what way? Any examples?
So one of the inconvenience that I would face was like traveling by train during
Okay,
peak
that's
hours.
great.
So that is a big inconvenience because so one of the problems
Okay.
is that.
Anything from you, Shreyash? You mentioned, Prapti, that not traveling, if I'm not wrong, right? Okay, that's
Yeah.
one thing. Shreyash, anything from you?
For me, traveling will not come into the picture, but
Okay. I'll place one question to you, Shreyash. At a
yeah,
60 years old or 70 years old in your life, what is important for you? What is important for you?
having a family around you,
Okay. And next, a good health with you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe you have a peaceful life is what you expect, if I'm
yeah,
not wrong.
yeah.
So how the peace comes?
Means if
Peace
there is
comes with just good decisions what you make, good things what you do, and having a good health can bring your mental or mind in a healthy status, always happy state, you can say. So yeah, first aspect I would touch always upon is a healthcare. Yeah. So you mentioned right now we had a conversation about a chitti doing, a C-section surgery wherein mother also and also the child lives together, calculating the probability, identifying all these things. Imagine we have a cure for cancer with this technology. Yeah. Genome science, if we can modify and actually identify what it can actually do at its best, calculative theories. Imagine we have a medicine for cancer with the protein synthesis or a DNA or RNA attachments, whatever we have. If we can solve that, definitely we can have a medicine for cancer for sure. So almost, I would say 10 million people will not suffer the state what they are suffering every day now. That's the one thing. Yeah. Gastric is another problem. Gastric is another problem. Or a BP, sugar is nowadays, so it is common.
Yeah.
Heart attack, you never know when it will come, when it will go, all these aspects. So if you can predict your heart attack well in advance of 3 months and start a medication right now, imagine how your life will be. It will be way, way, way better than today's technology. It's like, suffering that open cardiac surgery or maybe angioplasty. You have to go to angiograms to get it, all these things done. If you stand in front of a machine and get scanned and you get to know that like this is what a probability you can get a heart attack. This is something which revolutionize definitely the medical industry. Yeah, medical industry. Second thing, when we come to medical industry, yes, doctors are there, we are getting diagnosed with their capabilities and all. I'll touch upon the another face of it. Hospital industry is of just a front face. If you see the behind that, the biggest industry is a medical industry, pharmaceutical industry, I would say. Pharmaceutical industry, they do everyday R&D to manufacture the drugs. Yeah, they do manufacture the drugs and produce it just to make sure that human life is happy, painless, and get cure from the diseases. This is what is the main motto of the pharmaceutical industry. They are trying on the rats, they are trying, doing multiple researches, they are cell theories they are studying, they are analyzing all these things. Imagine if you infuse the quantum capabilities into it, and the probabilities it can calculate and tell you without without any problem or any errors over there. You imagine its capabilities. The healthcare industry will rapidly grow, and we will have a very good healthcare facility, entire universe, I would say, with this quantum computers. This is first aspect. Second aspect, I'll touch upon the traffic part, travel part also. Yeah, I'll definitely touch. There are actually vague things, or I would say, with the quantum technology, we can have a teleportation also, is what many people say. I don't agree really to that, because such a human body cannot be transported through just a teleportation in a quantum technology. I don't agree to that. But yes, what we can I can say is transportation problems we can solve. The basic thing is the traffic problems. You get to know at what speed you have to drive the car to not to get stuck in any of the signals, traffic basically, and reach your destination in very short span of time. If you can get accurate data, you start exactly in between that particular minute or second, then imagine what speed you have to drive your car and how you will reach your destination. If you have all these solutions in your hand, then you won't feel panic about the traffic for sure. Yeah. So traffic major problem is, it's not the traffic, it's the panic what it is causing to our mind always. Yeah. So you see the traffic, you get panic.
and
That's a basic problem. And
and
traffic management diversion is the biggest problem what governments are facing, government officials. Yeah. So with the capabilities, they can deviate, divert, all these things can be done. So we can have a a little breathing space over there. Yeah. What do you, Shreyas? Yeah, you were
yeah.
saying something.
So if you're saying that you're traveling on train and that is during peak hours or something,
Hmm.
so if that trains number of trains are getting increased and something the other way is going around the corner, then you come to know that with the help of quantum computing technology, that if you step out of the home and you have a dashboard along with you at the
Hmm.
home steps, if the current time is 10:25 and you came to know that you need to leave college by 11, so you will rush in up or something. But if you come to know that the train is at 11 but there are 5 to 10 trains of same time, and you only need to go to one station or two stations away, so there are 10 trains and you have a ample amount of opportunities with you, so that your travel time can also be reduced and your panic your stressed up due to traveling of train, that will also get reduced. So with that help of quantum dashboard, which will predict you, because sometimes M indicator shows only one or two trains, but if you go to the station, you have observed there are multiple trains lined up over there. That can also help you out
Many aspects, yeah. So many aspects,
for traveling.
everywhere, every day-to-day life. Yeah. So one great example I would say is, we solve the traffic problem as well with the autopilot cars also. Yeah, that's a
Yes.
trending technology. We have a MG Aster, we have a another Mahindra, I guess XCV 700 if I'm not wrong, which
Yes.
has got a ADAS in it, which can automatically drive itself, stop, do everything. on the highways right now, not in the small streets of India. Its capabilities are restricted with the human intervention in
And
between. But yes, with the quantum capabilities, if you are actually having so much of accuracies, you can reduce the accidents, you can calculate the things faster and take accurate decisions. You can have a driverless cars for sure. Yeah,
and
driverless cars for sure. Yes, go
and
ahead, Shreyas.
one more thing. Prapti, have you heard that news that Google was implementing street views on 12 cities, 12 different cities of India? So for that part also, this was as a quantum part, it was being tested around it. If we go to college, our colleges at Malad, there are small gullies and all in that way. So it will cover that part
Yes.
also, and that is also it is covering that whether you need to go via that route or no. Because previously what it used to show that you can go, but now it is showing there also, means before coming there it shows that there is a congestion over there. So that is a street view updation which Google is implementing with the help of quantum part, but we don't come to know. But since we have researched it out, so we are aware about it.
Yes.
Prapti, next question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have the
Prapti
next
and
question.
Shreyas, actually, what we do is now we'll shortly, 2 minutes, we'll touch upon exactly what a student should do, and what students or other
Yes.
aspects or our professors also should do to get through this and understand, because we are the futures. Yeah, we are the futures and we are the founders here. We should understand and take our next decisions and keep us updated. Maybe Shreyas and Prapti, you both can throw a questions around it. I'll shortly, in a shortcut way, I'll answer it. Yeah, what a student should do, or what they should actually think about or do thing, everything, anything. Yeah,
Over
questions,
to you.
please.
Over to you, Prapti.
Yeah. So, as being MBA graduates, like MBA
Hmm.
freshers, we are pursuing our MBA. How do you think quantum computing will help us in our life ahead? Like, you touched a lot of sectors. We touched military, we touched pharma, we touched healthcare. What do you think quantum computing will help the health tech, ed
Okay.
tech, ed tech
Okay,
sector?
so I'll touch upon the business analytics first of all. So being a MBA students, always
Yes.
we tend to deal with the business decisions always, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, be it your
Yeah.
forex trade or your in a tradings or your banking sector or entire finance sector, I would say, and also procurement and other aspects of the scene. So I would say this is a business scenario. Yeah, so business scenario presently runs entirely at analytics. Analytics. If you know, we get a consumption chart, we get a all the pivot charts, all the decisions will be taken based on that. Here, if we are up to date with the technology, wherein a technology can tell us what is the best option for us. Yeah. So our life will be easy as a MBA grads from the colleges, understand it, take a better decisions, and uh, uh, benefit our organizations as well. This is the aspect. Yeah. So business analytics is a major hand for us here. Yeah.
Yeah, so follow-up question I asked with that was how does quantum computing helps the edtech sector?
Uh,
So for HR perspective, you are asking about, Prapti? Yeah, for HR.
that's a
Yes.
great question. You want to answer that?
Yeah, I'm taking that question with
Yeah,
me.
please.
For HR perspective, quantum computing will means help you to identify the potential graduate. It's means all MBA freshers which are going to be part of it. And as a HR, you will come to know that which all candidates have that skills, capabilities, and no need to have that hard CVs and soft CVs. By looking at the face structure with the help and quantum dashboards, if you scan it out with them, you will come to know that whether this candidate should be shortlisted or no.
Say an example. I will tell you one scenario. You're taking an interview, and right now we have the technology as well. You can identify whether person is lying or saying the things. Many days nowadays, I have experienced also. Many of the people will fake their resumes. Yeah, talk about the things and actually get
Yeah.
it done. With this facial expression calculations, actually you can do that. Yeah, with the capabilities of quantum computing, you can predict the person is saying right or wrong. All these things. That's the first thing. Second thing, with the past history, past his data, quantum computing will tell you exactly how reliable person is. Yeah, how much you can trust that person. Will he be dedicatedly willing to work there for a long term or not. All this kind of information quantum computing will definitely give you, with the HR perspective. HRs are more keen about this thing, right? So basically they want employees to stay in their organization for a long term, right? To get a benefits, and it is a mutual. Yeah, employees will get a benefit from organization, and also organization will get benefit from the employees. This is how actually it works. So staying long term is one aspect. Second thing is matching its skills, yeah, matching its job description or any requirements what you have. So analysis wise it can give you predictions, yeah, probabilities it will give you. So the probability aspect, when it comes, it is always the quantum is a upper hand. As I explained, the heads or tail example, wherein always a quantum computer wins, not we people. In this case also it has got upper hand. Yeah, next question.
Yeah, so I think that's it from my side. Shreyas, do you have any
No,
more
Prapti.
questions?
I'm good from my end as well.
Yeah. So I think, sir, that's it for today, and this was really helpful because when I first saw this topic, quantum
Okay.
computing, it was like very difficult for me to understand because I was not very familiar with this term quantum
Mm-hmm.
computing. But with the help of this session, it really helped me, and I think it really helped the viewers also to understand this term, and maybe because this is the technology is the future, so this will help us in the near future, and it is helping us
Mm-hmm.
now also. So this was very helpful, and I thank you for taking out your time and giving us so
Mm-hmm.
much knowledge. And with your permission, I would like to proceed with the vote of
Definitely, yes.
thanks.
And I would like to mention two statements, maybe at last, as a closing statement from my side. Technology is evolving every day, and we all know, and it is changing every day as well. So I would just have a request to each and every student: keep yourself up to date with the technology. Yeah, it is going to change for sure. And to make your life better, you need to just walk with the technology. That's what I would say. It'll ease your life, it will help you. It is just gonna make your life way easier than what you think. This is what a statement I can just make. And yeah, have a happy technical journey ahead with your business decisions or your entire life. Yeah, so that's what I would like to mention. Yeah, thank you for that chance. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
Yeah, thank
much.
you.
So proceeding with the vote of thanks. I would like to thank our guest speaker, Mr. Amar Patil, sir, for sharing his plethora of knowledge with us and giving us his time from his busy schedule. I thank Shri Sunil Rane, sir, Executive President, Atharva Group of Institutes, and Varsha Rane, ma'am, Vice Chairperson, Atharva Group of Institutes, for giving us immense freedom to initiate innovative ways to teach the students in a playway method. I thank Ms. Pallavi Rani, ma'am, Trustee, Atharva Group of Institutes. I thank Dr. Harish Kumar Purohit, sir, for motivating us throughout. I thank Dr. Harshita Kumar, ma'am, Director, Atharva School of Business. I thank Dr. Shubilal Agrawal, Coordinator IQAC and HOD Systems, for this wonderful opportunity and guiding us throughout and being the motivation for us. Last but not the least, I thank the torch bearers, Ms. Saili Patil for designing flyers, Mr. Shreyash Rashinkar for being the co-host. Without their help and support, this could not be have possible. Stay tuned for the next episode of IT Talk with the same enthusiasm. See you all soon. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very
Thank
much.
you.
It was a wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
really
great.
wonderful, yeah. So I'll just
Sure.
end the live.
yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.